Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Coldfire, and today I'm bringing you my next requested song. I'm moving up the book that I have here, and I've been reacting to a lot of Prince lately, and someone requested this song, who said that they were completely, enthralled with Prince, but not only Prince, but Michael Jackson and Madonna. Uh, they were, they said in the comment that they were considered the top tier three as far as performers that changed the industry in their own unique way. I did have a couple of comments that, were kind of like attack. I feel like I was being attacked in a subliminal way because, like I said, I didn't know that much about Prince, unfortunately. I mean, I knew a few songs of his, but you got to realize I may look a lot older on here than I really am. And that's because I'm a disabled veteran, and a lot of stress comes along with that. Um, you know, Sleepless nights from PTSD, nightmares, and traumas of things that I went through and saw. Things I hope that none of you guys ever get to experience in your life. But, yeah, I completely listened to nothing but Patsy Cline and, you know, uh, Connie Francis. That was the stuff that I gravitated towards. Riding around with my girlfriends when I turned 16 became a pivotal moment in my life because we always rode around with our little cassette tapes. Yeah, cassette tapes. That's how far back, but they just came out, and we always rode around together because we lived in a small town in Georgia, and it was just ride from one end of the town to the other. And at that time, I didn't know who I was, and they would give me my moment to play some of my music, you know, which kind of, they're like, okay, fine, play your country music. But then it was all about Madonna. Oh my God, because the girls were just so enamored with Madonna. I didn't get it. And a couple of months went by where that was going on. And then one night, it just happened that something clicked in my head. I'm like, I'm riding around with the pretty girls in high school, and all these guys are hitting on them, and I feel the same way that they do. However, I'm not normal because I don't have the same anatomy and looks that they do, but I'm attracted to the same things that they do. So I felt like there was no way to change that because I didn't have any peers around me that were like me. So unfortunately, that night when I went home after dropping my girlfriends off, I took my mother's bottle of things and went into the bedroom. And like I said, for a lot of you out there that watch my YouTube channel, yes, I had an older brother and sister that grew up with Elvis Presley, the Carpenters, the disco era, the Bee Gees, all those incredible artists. And I was too young. It was just music to my ears. I didn't understand the concept of what the messages meant. So as a YouTube reactor, when I get in and react to something, I go by just by what I heard. It doesn't mean that it's a fact. But, if I incorrectly say something, put it in a way that, hey, because I think I made the comment that Michael Jackson was the king of pop, Madonna was the queen of pop, and Prince was the Prince of Pop. But that's because whenever I was growing up and my whole life understanding that, that's what I was accustomed to when I started that. But anyways, but I went into the bedroom and I was going to end it. And my older brother and sister always kept on MTV. I didn't know what that was. And just before I went to go take that and end it, because I knew I couldn't carry on anymore being who I was, because I didn't know what it was, I heard this woman come on, and she was talking about how she was going to fight for the gay community and women's rights and racism and all this other stuff. And I'm like, it was kind of like I was getting a message, like, here's your sign. And so I looked at the screen and I saw this blonde-headed woman on there, and she was surrounded by all these gay dancers and everything. And so I just listened to her, and I think this was the time that she was going to be kicking off her Blonde Ambition tour. And I stopped immediately what I was doing, and just she captivated me with that. And I went in and told my mother and father what I had planned on doing, and they sat up in bed and they hugged me and kissed me and told me that they knew since I was 5 years old. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? All these years I've been going through not feeling normal. They're like, because our psychiatrist said that you're not supposed to out people because that can worsen the problem, but to keep an eye on you. And so after that, I went and bought everything I could on Madonna, and I just immersed myself into her. And it wasn't so much about the music, and it was great. It was wonderful. It was liberating, because most of her messages were about empowerment, and it suited me. Yes, my friends listened to a little bit of Michael Jackson and Prince, but they were more into the Madonna, because I hung around girls. Now, all the guys were into Michael and Prince and a few other ones. But, like I said, please don't come at me and hate me if I, am learning something about an artist. I'm getting on here and I'm reacting to your request. And I'm loving the things that I'm learning. But please don't attack me if I, go by what I heard at a young age and what I've grown up with. Because, like I said, I haven't kept up with Prince and Michael Jackson, as the years went by, because I was too busy battling, my own demons, going into the military and coming out with all these disabilities and everything that make me stay in my house 24/7. I live in my own prison. So this is my only outlet. So I don't get to keep up on 98% of the artists on here. But I'm learning to. Listen, I'm trying to learn about Prince, okay? I just started on him like maybe a month or so ago. And yes, I heard When Doves Cry, Purple Rain, and a few other songs. But they were on the radio. They just played when I was growing up. So I never got to see the videos. I never knew the impact he had on, the culture. I did know that him and Madonna made the Like a Prayer album together. At the beginning of Like a Prayer, he did the guitar riffs. Madonna and him dated. And they did a song together called Love Song. And it was great. I remember buying the album, and I was like, wow, their collaboration is off the charts. The song didn't peak any, but who cares? It was still a great song. But the person that requested this song said, since you're reacting to Prince a lot, and I love Prince so much, but I also respect Madonna and Michael Jackson. And they also brought up a point that this person was also in the LGBT community, and they said that Madonna's impact saved their life as well. So I think you can say that Madonna, in my opinion, well, it's a fact, but I don't know about the other two, but Madonna was the first to stand up for the AIDS epidemic when it could have been a career ender. She stood up for the marginalized people. When she did Like a Prayer, she stood up for the injustice of black people being arrested for crimes they didn't commit. She was out there using her platform not just to sing, but to tell a story. And she said she's not the best dancer or singer. I disagree with that too, because there's a lot more to her than just repetitive substance. I mean, she's not 67 and still getting ready to come out with a new album and a new tour and everything else if she was irrelevant. But they told me to react to this, and they said that it was heartbreaking because they didn't want to give too much away, but they said that the performance was great. However, because Madonna was such a good friend with Prince, and when he passed away, it affected her so much, and they asked her to do the dedication to him because she was the queen of pop, and that's what they do. They said that the reason why, if you listen to her, she doesn't sound exactly like Madonna is because she cried the whole time. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to get in and react to it and see. So without further ado, let's just go through it and let's react and hope it doesn't upset me too much, because I really do enjoy Prince, and I remember when he passed away, and it was devastational, same as Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. But let's go.
You know, Prince lives a very isolated life, and I don't, and that is the big difference between us, and I just try to be a positive influence on him. I've always been a fan. I think he's incredible, and I so admire he's very courageous, and he causes lots of controversy too, which is great, and I think he is a brilliant musician. We've gotten together, you know, in the hopes of working with each other in some way. Either originally we were going to do a musical together, and we were going to write the music for it, and that didn't really pan out. He came to see me in the play I did last time in New York, and he put together a tape of some rough things that we had done, and Love Song was one of the songs, and I just said, you know, this is crazy. It's such a great song. Why not put it on the record?
Wow, they were going to do a musical together?
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun. Day or night.
Hold on, I just have to read this. Madonna and Stevie Wonder, Nothing Compares to You, Purple Rain. Prince tribute at the 26th Billboard Music Awards, May 22nd, 2016. Okay. Oh, she looks...
It's been 7 hours and 13 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I see whomever I choose. I could eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away these blues. 'Cause nothing compares to you.
Wow. This is very emotional. The fact that she's dressed in purple, his signature for Purple Rain. But right here, yeah, I can see where the commenter said that she was crying. Okay, I was wondering why her voice sounded a little different than the Madonna I'm used to listening to live. But anyways, I do remember that Nothing Compares to You was written for Sinead O'Connor, who made it a big freaking hit, but then was banned by the Vatican because she tore the picture up of the Pope because of the sexual abuse on the kids in the Catholic Church. So, wow. Am I going to be able to carry on with this?
Nothing compares to you. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song. Nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? I can put my arms around every boy I see, but they only remind me of you. I went to the doctor, guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? He said, girl, you better try to have fun, no matter what you do. But he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares to you.
Lord of mercy. She's trying to hold it together. This has got to be heartbreaking for her. You know, Michael Jackson, then Whitney, then Prince. I mean, but yeah, when I saw the tears coming down her eyes, I could barely see them, but I was like, how is she pulling herself together to do this? Lord of mercy.
Compares to you.
Dubs.
Nothing compares. Nothing compares to you.
Wow. When she took that moment of silence to show his pictures, where was it at? Oh, God. I just lost my place. Hold on.
With me, baby, what's
There.
all the flowers that you planted, baby, in the backyard? All died when you went away. I know that living with me, baby, was sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give it another try. 'Cause nothing compares to you.
I've never seen Madonna cry.
Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow.
I never meant to cause you any pain.
Only once I wanted to see you laughing.
Only wanna see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
Is that Rihanna? Hold on. It's Rihanna.
Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain.
Yeah, I only wanna see you, baby, in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
Come on, sing this.
Yeah, yeah, purple rain, purple rain. Prince, you know we love you forevermore. Purple rain, purple rain. Oh, I only want to see you smiling in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain.
Come on, people, put your hands together. Here we go.
Purple rain, purple rain.
Louder, can't hear you.
Yeah, purple rain, purple rain. Oh, I only want to see you dancing in the purple rain.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Madonna.
Thank you, Stevie. And most of all, thank you, Prince Rogers Nelson, for all that you have given us. Thank you. Good night.
Woo. That was a whole new thing right there. Ugh. That just eats at your heart. I'm trying to think of, wow, that's only been, this is from 2016 when he passed away. Nine years he's been gone, and to know that his music still lives on. And I absolutely thought that the choice of the song "Nothing Compares to You" that he wrote, that Prince wrote, because I heard that Prince did a lot of songwriting. He was best known for his songwriting skills, so much that he couldn't even do all the songs. I heard that there was like still thousands of songs out there that have never even been recorded, that they're just been in a vault or something, because I looked it up or something. I don't know if it's true, so please don't attack me. I'm just saying what I heard was that there, with a lot of artists had this. Elvis, Michael, I'm pretty sure even Madonna has songs that, that have been written and just put in a vault because they didn't quite meet the album standards, or they just didn't, they're like, oh, we'll get back to that later on and record it, or maybe they're waiting for the right person to give the song to that they feel that can sing the song how they wrote it. Because a lot of people, when they write a song, they put their heart and soul into it, and they have a certain way that they feel when they write that song. And it's only when they hear an artist on, in the industry, and they're like, wait a minute, this person would be great for this song. And I think that's probably what happened with Sinead O'Connor, with that impeccable voice that Sinead had. Prince probably saw, hey, there's potential there. She could take this song and do with it what I originally wanted the song to convey. And then, of course, they get into Purple Rain and start singing his signature song. I heard was his signature song, Purple Rain, because of the movie and everything. Like I said, I remember seeing it a long time ago with my older brother and sister. But yeah, that was a beautiful tribute. And it's not only, I'm not saying it just because it's Madonna and Stevie Wonder, but the fact that I don't know how she made it through, because I did see her crying, and I think Prince meant a lot to her, and the fact that they probably dated, don't know why that was broken off. Maybe, creative differences, or also at that time, I think it could have been that when he was working with Madonna on Like a Prayer, that's when Madonna's career really started to take off. And yeah, she was a little bit controversial before Like a Prayer, but Like a Prayer was the one that really, really pushed the buttons for people. Like a Prayer, Express Yourself, and then when she put the video out, sponsored by Pepsi, and so what I heard at the beginning was she liked him because he was controversial, and she said that was what was appealing to her. So I feel like, you know, she kind of learned that aspect from him and saw the vision that he had, and he probably saw the vision that she had, and that's probably why they did that album that worked out so well together. But anyways, God, that was an emotional performance, but at the same time, it was kind of like they tried to keep it in kind of like an upbeat spirit at the end, to not to say, you know, hey, we're going to do a tribute to you, and then boom, you know, walk off the stage or something. We're going to get the crowd involved and, you know, get them to sing along with the song. And the crowd just went crazy singing Purple Rain with them. And that was the point where I was like, oh my God, I got to hold it together to do this reaction. Anyways, I do hope that you guys enjoyed that reaction. Thank you, subscriber, for requesting this. Like I said, I've got a lot of Madonna catching up to as well. I haven't been, you know, keeping up with her since after I did her American Life album. So I haven't even touched on the next 25 years. But yeah, sad to lose all these great giant legends, and it's just crazy. But yeah, rest in peace, Prince, and all the other ones, and great job to them for honoring him with, you know, this at the Billboard Music Awards. Yeah, that's when this happened. So, and this was shortly added on right after the performance. Don's print, because he said there was something about it that caused controversy. So let's see what they're talking about.
Now, with Madonna's tribute to Prince at the Billboard Music Awards, it's making a lot of headlines as we learn new details about Prince's unexpected death. ABC's Lindsay Davis has more.
It was one of the most anticipated moments of the night. Madonna paying tribute to Prince at the Billboard Music Awards, aptly singing "Nothing Compares to You."
Nothing compares to you.
What was the backlash?
For this unexpected moment, when Stevie Wonder joined her on stage. The Purple Rain duet quieted critics who complained ahead of the show that producers should have tapped a black artist to perform. Nearly 9,000 people signed a Change.org petition hoping to stop Madonna from being the only artist paying tribute to Prince during the awards. The show's executive producer stood by the decision, releasing a statement that said, "We are honored and could not be more excited for Madonna to be on the show and to pay tribute to someone that was her friend and her peer and her colleague." On the day of Prince's passing, the Material Girl posted this picture on her Instagram along with this message: "He changed the world, a true visionary. What a loss. I'm devastated." According to Rolling Stone, the two icons briefly dated back in 1985, even singing a duet called Love Song in the late 80s before feuding for decades, ultimately reconciling. And this morning, while the results of Prince's toxicology report have yet to be released, new details about the circumstances surrounding his death are coming into focus. According to the Star Tribune, a responding paramedic said Prince appeared to have been dead for at least 6 hours before his body was found in an elevator at his Paisley Park recording studio.
Of course, everyone waiting for those toxicology reports. And back to the Billboard Award show, right after it was over, BET threw some serious shade and tweeted a promo teasing their own plans for a proper tribute to Prince on the BET Awards next month with a tagline that said, "Yeah, we saw that. Don't worry, we got you." All I can say is ouch, right? I mean, can you imagine the pressure? Now everybody, all eyes on the BET Awards.
They better deliver.
I just wonder if BET actually did an honor to this. To Prince. Why was there such a backlash? They had a history together. I mean, I'm just trying to think of who else would have done it. I don't know. Like I said, at this time I did know Madonna. I knew Madonna, but never seen this before. And wow, it's incredible that just people can be so shallow. I mean, that just blows me away. That, anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed that video reaction, and from here in the US to wherever you are watching this video reaction, I hope that you liked it, and I will see you on my next video reaction. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me, and I will see you on the next vid. Bye bye.